Hi everyone, I'm Marc Goddard and I would like to show you around the brand new IMMAF certified fighting area. So here we are at the door to our fighting area, one of two doors on opposite sides of the area. Obviously both doors are opening outwards. Fully embossed and embroidered IMMAF logo. Of course, you can have your own national federation's logo. Each fighting area is certified and numbered so that we know when it was produced, how it was produced, and which country it's gone to. At each end there is two doors opening outwards per area. One of the main features I have to point out in the door is obviously where the edge of the door meets the fence material itself. As you can see, the gap is virtually non-existent, and that's what we have to keep to a minimum. It's an enhanced safety measure so that when two fighters are inside, their hands or their fingers can't get trapped. I've saw some pretty large gaps over the years, and it's a feature in an area that we wanted to keep as snug and as tight as possible. Another potential area that we've always had to look at is the actual flooring itself. Underneath the custom vinyl, there is a minimum of 40mm high density foam. Along the actual fence wall here itself, again, it has to be a tight fit and a snug fit. And as you can see here, I can't even get my fingers down inside that gap when two athletes are working against the fence. If a heel or a foot goes down in between the fence wall and the internal padding, it could be a potential safety hazard. The actual 40mm jigsaw matting underneath is cut to within the millimeter so that the fence wall perimeter sits on top of and outside of it, giving the tightest possible fit. Another important design feature and safety feature is the actual fighting area panels themselves. Traditionally, when you will see these areas erected and put up, it will be the bare metal, so they will bring in the metal frame, they'll assemble it, whether it's floor mounted or on a platform, and then you will see the padding and traditionally Velcro straps or tie wraps going over that. That's something we wanted to move away from, because over time, as these things are taken up and taken out in various gyms or events, things start to become damaged. What you will see on the IMMAF fighting area is the panels are permanently stitched and padded all the way around, top, bottom, left and right. It doesn't have to be removed or remedied or fixed on site, and it just retains the integrity and the safety of the fighting area as a whole. Another very important feature to point out is the actual corner post, the internal padding of the corner posts. These are held on by Velcro straps. The Velcro straps, they're too few in number and they become weak and loose over time, presenting a potential safety issue. What we have here, in behind here, there is a solid panel, and we'll see when we move to the outside of the fighting area how it's fixed through to the outside of the fence wall itself. It means that there is no movement whatsoever. There is no straps down the side for people to get trapped under. And one of the most important issues here is because of the panels themselves, they're padded and protected on all four sides. Even if the side of the padding did become exposed, the metal fence structure behind is completely enclosed and padded in itself. You will see on the left and right side, the opposite sides of the fighting area, there is a top-walled red panel and a top-walled blue panel. There is also matching corner rest stalls as well for each colour, and you're reliant on the colour-banded tape on a fighter's gloves. And inside the red and blue corners, you will generally see a piece of tape above each corner. Again, I don't think that looks particularly professional. It doesn't look particularly good. But here, you will see with the IMMAF fighting area, in each area that's purchased, you will always have a top rung red band and a top rung blue band. You'll see on the floor surface itself, this is actually a vinyl floor surface. And there is a bit of debate between vinyl and canvas floor coverings. The reason we have a vinyl floor covering for events is ease of use and ease of cleaning. And it's the same if you had a fighting area set up in your gym. If there was an accident or if there was a fighter who sustained a cut and was bleeding, once it goes onto the canvas, it's very difficult to clean, very difficult to remove. With a vinyl, we don't have that issue. In the centerpiece of the vinyl is obviously the International Mixed Martial Arts Federation branded logo. Whichever country or whichever federation you represent, these are bespoke and tailored to you for your country and your national flag. Another important design feature to point out in the fighting areas is the external fixed camera and photography platform and positions. Over the years you will see photographers and cameramen will take various platforms or ladders, move them along into the potentially into the middle of the panels themselves, and it becomes a hazard as the athletes are moving towards the fence area itself. Here you will see it's a fully fixed and robust adjustable camera platform for the cameramen and the photographers to stand on. What you'll see here is the hem and the edge of the vinyl cover is pulled outside of the internal matting and fixed in place with strong Velcro fabric. The reason behind this is because of the jigsaw matting underneath acts as its own fixture. It fits to the surface of which it's sat upon. The fighting area itself, as we've seen inside, and the minimal gap fits over the jigsaw matting, and the vinyl cover is pulled through as an enhanced tightening and safety feature to produce minimal movement for a floor standing fighting area. One of the most important features we've developed here is the internal padding and the safety, the strength and the integrity thereof. The traditional method of securing the internal padding is via Velcro straps or pull-through straps. They're either not sufficient in number, they become loose, the stitching becomes worn out, and that results in a loosely fitted and potential safety issue internal for the fighting area. Here you will see the metal braces outside. Those are secured and fixed through to a hard backboard of the internal padding, and it prevents movement, slippage, and retains integrity for the duration of the tournament. Another additional feature of the fighting areas is the Timekeepers boxing equipment. Very often overlooked, and it's generally a last minute thing that people will suddenly realise before an event or a tournament starts, oh, where is the Timekeepers equipment? And then they're looking for stopwatches, whistles, horns, etc. Here in the IMMAF branded or your own country federation branded box, everything you need to both facilitate and start the tournament is here. 10-second clappers, 2 stopwatches, air horn and a whistle. It's fully enclosed, it's complete, and it's a headache that people do not further have to have. A very important issue that I've found over the years, and a very simple issue to fix, is retaining the integrity, the cleanliness and the safe storage of the fighting areas. Traditionally, when an event is finished, you will see the fighting areas are deassembled and they are carried out in parts and put into the back of a lorry, a truck or a wagon. Several problems present themselves there. One is keeping the fighting area itself clean and free from damage, and the second is having parts that are going missing. Here, with each IMMAF certified fighting area, it comes with its own travel case. That actually makes the storage, the transportation and the further use of the fighting areas a much safer, cleaner and easier issue.